Ask yourself, is this aligned with my desire for true authentic connection? And some of the things that shocked me in my exploration was just how automatic my behavior had become. How are you using those technologies? Are they really, truly contributing to the life you want to build? Your addiction to distraction is killing your life. Hi, my name is Moritz Lembert. Welcome back to the channel if you have been here before, and welcome to the channel if it's the first time. I want to speak to you about the pain and cost of distraction. We're living in a society that is so adept to feed us the things that our quick dopamine seeking mind wants to consume. And we kind of rationalize it to ourselves as something nice, something fun, something that keeps us engaged, connected. But I want to have you today have a real, true look at, is it really serving you? And is it serving the life you want to create? The reason I'm sharing this is because my wife showed me something about focus and the cost of distraction a couple of weeks ago when she decided to delete all her social media apps and recreate her phone for the purpose that it was actually there for, which is call people and communicate with people. And when she did that, I said to her, wow, it's so cool that you're doing that. But in my mind, I was saying, but I can't do it. And I want you to follow the logic of my argument here and then have a real look. Is that true for you? Or might there be another way you're justifying keeping distractions in your life to yourself under the umbrella of giving you a benefit that it truly doesn't give you? So here's the thing that I said to myself, which was, yeah, I wish I could do this, but there are all those people that I'm connected to, which are not in my country. That connection that I've gathered over years, many, many years. Some from my old time as a performer, dancer, and so forth, some in the US, some in Australia, some many, many places, right? That was the first thing. So, oh, I would lose being connected to those people. And the second thing was, I thought, wow, I would lose business opportunities because part of what I'm doing, right? I'm creating content, I'm communicating to people is for business purposes. It's to give out value so people enjoy what I'm doing. And then some of them come back to me and say, I want to do some more work. Those were the two arguments in my mind. And by really looking into it, I found that were really bad arguments. So I looked at, okay, is that really true? Is it really true that I'm losing connection if I let go of social media? If I let go of my apps on my phone? And I was making this introspection where I asked myself, how much more am I communicating with social media compared to when I didn't have social media? And I looked at how many people did I have a phone call with or a real interaction through social media in the last 2 months. I could barely find anything. What I found is, yes, we post, yes, we like, yes, we give a thumbs up, yes, we might write a comment, but that's very surface level relationship, very surface level interactions. And the people that I argued I would lose connection with, those people I actually have the phone number. And I haven't wrote to them a long message on social media for a long time. And I'm actually not receiving any long messages on social media myself. Anyhow, I had a conversation with my brother on the matter, and he would say, I realized I don't write long texts through WhatsApp anymore. And I barely call friends, right? We just send an emoji or we send a reel or something. And I'm like, yeah, it's the same for me. So am I more in connection with people nowadays or less? My summary was, when I look at connection from the depth of connection, it's way less. When I look at the quantity that I can reach, yeah, it's way more. I can reach a couple thousand people through my social medias. Okay, that was the first point. And the second point was the argument for losing business opportunity. If I look at my business, right, the way my business runs, it's usually deep conversations I have with individuals that lead to them seeing the power of coaching and then seeing the impact it has on their lives. And that happens in a 1 hour, 2 hour, sometimes in 3 hours of conversation, where they truly get an insight into, wow, I was doing that my whole life. And now I can see the pattern and I can see a possibility beyond the pattern. And that happens in deep connection. That doesn't happen in a 5-second reel. It happens in deep connection. It happens in truly listening to somebody. And most of my clients come through referrals or people that I met in this way. Now, one could say, yeah, but social media is a great gateway. Now, when I look at all the clients that I've got over the years, let me be generous. Let's say it was 4 that directly came through social media from, I don't know, maybe 200 people that I work with. 4. And then I ask myself, how much time did I spend on social media? And it must be something around thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of hours. And I asked myself this question: if I would spend those thousands of hours in a different way, possibly offline, even like sending handwritten letters to people, business owners that I want to work with, would I have created more than 4 clients? I think so. A lot of people that I talk to give me similar arguments, and a lot of the businesses that I work with create their results by cultivating deep, profound, and honest and authentic relationships with their clients. And when you look what happens to you when you go on, for example, social media, or the thing for you might be food or might be Netflix or whatever it is, ask yourself, is this aligned with my desire for true, authentic connection? Which I experience most people have. Is it aligned with the depth of impact I want to have with my business? Which is a desire I see in most people. Is it truly aligned? I think it's not, and that's my opinion. I think that we are so bought in to certain narratives of what one should do or what makes sense or what everybody does or the conformity of being a socialized human being that we don't truly look at cost benefit of the thing that we're engaging with. And some of the things that shocked me in my exploration was just how automatic my behavior had become. Right? I deleted a couple months ago, I deleted Facebook from my phone, and I realized how automatic I had become by seeing that my thumb would automatically swipe and land on where Facebook was before. And I only became conscious of it in the moment that I realized there was no Facebook icon anymore. And it didn't happen once, and it didn't happen twice. It happened 50, maybe 60 times. And I want you to have a look. How are you using those technologies? How are you using content, educational content even? How are you using videos? How are you consuming this video? How are you consuming things in your life? And are they really, truly contributing to the life you want to build? Have a look. Have a look at how automatic you've become in your usage of most of those technologies. And have a look at the arguments you have for why you keep certain things in your life, why you keep engaging with the poor diet, why you keep engaging with the entertainment, why you keep having your phone glued to your hand every day. Why? Look at the arguments and look at, are they actually factual? Are they true? Could something else be true? My intention for this video is that you assess, you have a look, and then you consciously choose how you want to go about it. If you're curious about what helped me in the matter, I read a book from Carl Newport. It's called Digital Minimalism. It speaks about some of those topics, and I think it's a really, really good book when you want to get your attention back into your own hands. Because right now, if you're anything like me, you don't own your attention. Somebody else does. See you in the next one.